Good evening, cat lovers. Today we are. I'm really excited to say that we would be talking about one of my favorite breeds and one of the breeds that have taken India to a great level. So today we are going to talk about the breed that requires no introduction, that is Bengal. And to talk about this breed, you might have heard, you have seen, you might have handled this cat. There is a different beauty involved and evolved over the years for this particular breed. And few people call they are basically designer cats. And the idea or the agenda to have Bengals was to have cats which have wild appearances, but they are as docile as our homebred cats. And today, when we talk about Bengal, we have two experts, both of them Spanish, a lady from Spain and a gentleman from Spain, but they are based out of Indonesia and Thailand. So let me introduce both of them. So we have with us Pau. He's from Spain and he stays in Thailand. And hello, Rosa.
Hi, Sakib, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Welcome from India.
Thank
So
you.
talking about Rosa, she is the owner of ETNIKA Cattery. So people who know Bengals, so ETNIKA is not a new term for them. It's based in Bali, Indonesia. It's since 2017. It's registered in FIFE, CFA, TICA, and WCF. The main breed is Bengal cats, and other breeds are Persians and exotics. The Cattery achievement stands at five Grand Champion Bengals in CFA, two divisional winner Bengal in CFA, two breed winners Bengals in CFA, two GRC Bengals in TICA, one junior winner Bengal in FIFE, and one national winner Bengal in FIFE. She is judging. She has been judging cat fun shows in Indonesia and a member of Judge Committee in ICC WCF Indonesia. And I would like to tell that she has also judged a championship show for FCI in Delhi, which was back in March. So welcome, Rosa.
Thank you, Sakib. Hi, everybody.
Yeah. And one more gentleman we have with us is Pau. So he is the owner of Bangkok Cattery, based in Bangkok. The Cattery is from Thailand. It's since 2017. Pau is a doctoral student and a biologist, cat lover since a kid. He was breeding Russian blue cats back in Barcelona and had Bengal since he was six. He moved to Thailand 7 years ago, where he decided to come back to the fancy cat world, and this time breeding Bengal cats. I think it was a wise decision, Pau. And even the scarcity of shows in Thailand, Bangkok Cats has one of the three Bengals grand champion in Thailand. So that's big news. So guys, what are we going to discuss today? Paul, let's start with you.
Hello, well, thank you very much for inviting us to talk here to the Feline Club of India. So today we will discuss about Bengals, actually. What else? So we will
Yeah.
talk a little bit about the breed, a little bit about the standard, and then we will show a bit of Bengals just to put some examples of the different characteristics.
Yeah. And it's always asked that I also talk in a lot of conferences and conventions. People have this question and people have this curiosity that why they are called as Bengals. Because I'll tell you something. Bengal is a state in India which is called as West Bengal, and people try and relate it something to this. So what is it all about? Why they are called as Bengals?
Of course, of course. Well, as we will explain a little bit more, the Bengals have an ancestor, yeah, a wild cat that
Hmm.
actually you have it in India and Southeast Asia, and this cat has a scientific name, yeah, Priolinurus bengalensis. So it
Okay.
actually comes from bengalensis, from the species, the
Hmm.
scientific name of the species.
Oh, wonderful. And as you said that they have a wild gene. They come from Asian leopard cat and domesticated cat, and Asian leopard cat are found in jungles of India. So for us, we know this cat since ages, but now the evolution took place back in US, and I think Rosa also is going to. So, ladies and gentlemen, what we are going to do is Pau is going to have a presentation, and after he finishes with the presentation, Rosa and Pau, after our request that they would be showing their cat and they would be talking about breed standards and the profile and the all the features of the cats on the actual cat. So that is something which is going to be interesting. And after Rosa does this, Pau will again do it. So, Pau, can we go to the presentation?
Of course.
Okay.
So let's start. So thank you very much for this opportunity. So we will talk a little bit about the Bengal breed and the history first of all. Yeah. So where does the Bengal breed come from? Yeah. So it was Jane Mill actually, a lady that started breeding and crossing the Asian leopard cat with a domestic cat. This happened in the in the 1960s, and that's why she started actually making a hybrid first of all. Yeah. So the hybrid was an F1. Most of the hybrids are actually sterile, but if they are very genetically close, sometimes they can be fertile. And it seems that once you cross an Asian leopard cat and a domestic cat, you have a hybrid that females are fertile. So then what they did was to try to back cross again this hybrid with another domestic cat. Yeah. And that was called then a second generation, where it happens that the females are still are fertile, but the males are still sterile. And this happens again to a third generation, a fourth generation, and then it's when it becomes the Bengal breed per se. Yeah. And then with the Bengal breed, we call it also SBT Bengals, and they are both of them fertile after the fourth generation. So the Bengal cat, it's not a hybrid anymore. The hybrid would be just the F1, and after that, or the filial one, and after that, they are just back crosses. So fourth generation cat is Bengal, or an SBT Bengal. It's not a hybrid. Is a domestic cat. And then they gained the status of championship in TICA. That was the first organization that they got the standard and the breed accepted in 1991. So what calls us more about Bengal? Usually the first thing that we see is the pattern, yeah? Is the only breed that has this kind of patterns. So if we look at the patterns in Bengal, they can be separated into spotted and marble. We have the marble patterns that are coming actually from genes from the domestic cat. And then we have the spots, yeah? And from the spots, we have rosettes. What we call rosettes is to any kind of spots or circles that have two colors already. So at the moment that the cat has three colors, the background, darker color, and an inner color, it's already a rosette. Yeah. And at the moment, we have actually people has been breeding different patterns to reach actually similarities of to different wild cats. So from leopards to jaguars to the Asian leopard cat, the ancestor itself, ocelots, etc. So here we have some examples. Yeah. So not all are donut rosettes or rosettes closed. We also have paw prints. We have arrowheads. We have clusters as well. We have clouded as well, like very big rosettes. So we have different kind of rosettes, and all of them are nice. Actually, it really depends on what breeders are targeting or what they want to resemble to. And how about the colors? Well, of course, the first one or the most common one is brown. And Bengal cats have different kind of brown colors as well. So from very mild colors to cooler colors like the one below, or warmer colors as well. So we have different kinds of brown. And then we have the silver color. Actually, silver color is coming from a gene that inhibits any kind of color. So actually, you can have a cat of different colors, but if in case that they have this gene, it just becomes silver. Even though sometimes the gene is not strong enough, and then we can see some of the silver cats showing a little bit of brown, that we call it tarnish, in their faces or in their legs. This is something quite normal to see in silver Bengals. We have then snow Bengals. Snow Bengals are actually coming from a gene from the Siamese cat, and we got the snow lynx out of crosses. And this is the only snow Bengals are the only ones that have blue eyes. Yeah. Then we have also snow sepia Bengals. This gene was actually coming from the Burmese lines. And then we have a snow mink, that it's a cross between a snow lynx and sepia. So in case that they got both genes, they have you can get the snow mink color. And then we have other colors such as blue, charcoal, or solid. These, depending on the organization, they are accepted for championship or not. So we have to really be careful in case that we want to go to show to make sure that the color is already accepted for championship in the organization. So actually charcoal and solid genetically are patterns. Actually, they are not colors per se. So it's where the melanin will go into in the coat. Yeah. So the charcoals, we will see that all of them have this mask, like the sorrel mask, blackish mask around the face. And we can have from silver charcoals, brown charcoals. We can have snow charcoals as well. And then the solid. This is actually the same as the black panther. Yeah, in the wild. So it looks like a black cat, but when they are small, or depending on the sunshine or the light, you actually can see the spots. And we can have the solids with different colors as well. So the one that we have above is a sepia solid, and the one below is a brown solid that then it becomes just black. Yeah. And then that was just half of the Bengal. And then we have the other half that is the Bengal type. So what is exactly the Bengal type? Yeah. Imagine that now we take all the coat from the Bengal, or we see just the black Bengal. Should actually the Bengal look like a domestic cat, or should look actually something different? Yeah. Should it look like a bit wild actually? And what is the perfect Bengal? Is there actually any perfect Bengal? Usually the standards try to describe the ideal, and the more characteristics they have, the better, of course, or the wilder they will look. But definitely there is no perfect Bengal. So just to show a little bit, the head, the profile, chin and muzzle. So here we have 3 examples. The Bengals need to have a head that is actually a bit smaller proportionally to the body compared to other breeds. And they have a very strong chin and muzzle. So here you can see these 3 good examples where it can remind this face or this muzzle like a lion, for example, or a tiger or a leopard as well. Yeah, and then we have this profile that is usually quite straight or a little bit curved, but flows actually very nicely. And then the ears and the eyes. So here we have 2 Bengals first, and then we have 2 wild cats. Yeah, we have the Asian leopard cat, the ancestor, and then we have an ocelot. As we can see, both of them have quite small ears, and they have them actually rounded. Yeah, so what we are trying to achieve is medium to small ears, rounded tips, and nice eyes. Yeah, both of them are nocturnal animals. And as nocturnal animals, usually they have quite big eyes, quite rounded, a little bit oval sometimes, but big and deep eyes. Yeah, so this is what we are trying to reach as well with the Bengal. And then the body per se, yeah, a Bengal needs to be very muscular, strong, with a long torso, and a tail that is quite thick as well. Yeah, that this is what reminds as well the wild look of the different wildcats. And you can see, for example, the hind legs, that they are higher than the front legs. So the walking, once you see a Bengal, in case that would be black, you would see that it's actually not a normal cat. So you can see that it has something wild already on it. And how is the personality of the Bengals? Bengals like water. It comes actually from the ancestor, from the Asian leopard cat. So many Bengals will like to play with the water, even to go in the water. Bengals are very smart. It is also because of the ancestor, thanks to the genes of the ancestor. And they like actually even to go for a walk. Many Bengals like to go for a walk. They are very active and playful, extremely active. So you will see them actually jumping around the house. They will try to climb to places, to the highest place in the house. So this is the personality of a Bengal, a very, very active, but at the same time, very social. Yeah, so they like dogs. They also love children. It also depends on the socialization that the kitten has had, but generally, Bengals are really, really nice companions. And 2 things that only Bengals have. So we have a pattern with a horizontal flow. This is something that only Bengals have. So both the spotted or the marble have this kind of horizontal flow. And then another thing that they have is glitter. Glitter is something that is actually pretty difficult to photograph and show in a picture. Yeah, so it looks like the coat has been glittered a little bit on top, and not all Bengals have it though. And this is actually coming from a domestic cat called Tori, from India actually. So this is a gene actually coming from a domestic cat from India. And here we have the Bengal standard. Today we will not go to each and every characteristic because I think that it's better just to show you in person the cats. But here we have 3 different organizations and how they punctuate the different characteristics. So we have the head in TICA, we have the head with 35 points, the body 30, the coat, color, and pattern 35 more points. In WCF, if we have the body with 30 points, then we have the head and the eyes both together would be 30 as well, and then we have 35 for the coat texture and the pattern and the color. So quite similar. And then CFA, it's more 50-50. So we have the head 30 plus the body 20 would be 50, and then this 25 and 25 that would be coat and color and pattern. That is 50 more. Something that disqualifies Bengals that sometimes are seen in shows as well. So something that we have to be very careful in case that we are breeders or we want to bring Bengal cats to the shows. Yeah, we have lockets. That's something common sometimes in the Bengal breed. So they are just like white spots or a big white spot. Usually, like it can be found actually anywhere in the cat, but usually in the neck, in the chin, or just in the abdomen, we will find these kind of lockets, as you can see in the picture. So this would disqualify the cat. Yeah, crossed eyes, of course. The belly knot pattern. So the Bengals have all the belly with spots. So something like this, like a big locket, or the belly knot pattern would also be a disqualification. Or deformed tails. Yeah, the tip of the tail that could be kinked. This is also something that disqualifies Bengals. So thank you very much for the presentation. That's it. This is for more information in case that you would like to know more about the breed. We are happy to of course, to give you more information or if you have any questions. But I think that it's better just to actually go to see actually the real Bengals and see these characteristics in real. Yeah. So I think we will have Rosa that will show us one of the Bengals.
Thank you, Paul. Hello, Rosa. And, it was a fantastic presentation, and you put light on a lot of different aspects, about the personality and coloration and marking and disqualification. So that would be helpful for a lot of people. And the most important thing you discussed about, Bengal are not somebody who are going to be shy of water. They are not somebody who are going to be shy of walking on the leash with you on the road. So, okay. So pet lovers who are looking, who are really looking for, robust pets as companions in cats. So this is the breed for you. And taking it forward, so I think we have Rosa with us, and Rosa is there with a beautiful cat. So please go ahead, Rosa, over to you.
Hello, Sakib. Thank you so much for giving us the opportunity today to stay here in the Feline Club of India. I would like to show first one of our staff. He's Kyle, and he's the Grand Champion division winner and breed winner in international division in CFA 2019-2020. And he's the second best Bengal in the world in CFA for the season 2019-2020. As we can see, he has a very strong body, very muscular body. I think his body is a very, very good example of the breed. And also, we can see another positive thing in him. They are very smaller, with very good position far away, with the round tips. He also has a very big eyes with very round. I don't know if he wants to open his eyes now. Look at the camera, Kyle. Very nice chin, and we can see also a very well balanced pattern with a nice contrast. He also has a very good glitter, but I think we cannot see properly in the camera. Okay, so I show you. And one of the most important things that he has, in my opinion, is a perfect character. When we go to show, we need to bring cats that have a good character. So the judge can take him, can touch him, can play with them, and yes, they can judge the cat. If we bring a cat that is shy or is aggressive, even he's very beautiful, even if he have a beautiful body, beautiful hair, beautiful anatomy, if they just cannot touch him, they cannot judge him properly. So we need to make sure when we go to show that the cat that we bring is a nice cat, is a playful cat. Okay. I would like to talk also a little bit about show preparation. What we need to prepare when we want to prepare our cat for go to the show. The nutrition is very important. The cat have to have a balanced nutrition, a good nutrition, with the proper vitamin, the proper protein. Also, we need to separate them from other cats. So we need to make sure when we go to the show, they have the cut in good condition. Ringworm. Also, we need to make a grooming. The Bengals, they don't need too much grooming, for example, Persian or Maine Coon, because they have a short hair. But when we prepare for show, we still need to groom them at least one time a week. And the most important thing is prepare their character. So they need to be social. They need to be nice with people. They don't have fear. It's very, very important, especially in Bengal. So this is one of the cats that I would like to show you today, and after I will show you another different one. Now Pau can continue with the next cat. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rosa. Thank you, Rosa. And I would just like to repeat that this cat is running as the second best cat in the world for CFA. It's a big achievement, and it shows your parenting and how you have been selectively breeding over the years. So congratulations, Rosa, and congratulations to ETNIKA Cattery. And we have Pau ready with his cat. So Pau, you would have to unmute your mic.
Yeah, can you hear me well now?
Yeah, that's fine. Over to you, Pau.
Right. So here we have a cat. Yeah. This is a female cat. So they are usually smaller, the females and the males. Yeah. And this is a very typey female, very, very, very wild type female with a very nice pattern, very balanced pattern, and something that is a bit difficult to see in Bengals generally, that this is this white belly. Let's see if we can see her white belly. Come here. Show the camera. Yeah, so nice pattern belly. She's very, very active cat as well. We can see a very round ears as well. Huge nocturnal eyes. See, look at the eyes, very, very nocturnal, very, very big, with a very strong chin as well. See, a very nice profile too. So this is something that we really like in Bengals, and this especially actually. This is a brown Bengal, but she has a very, very cool Bengal actually. So it's not warm, but we have the inner legs that we can see as well, this white head. So this is something that it's quite difficult to achieve in Bengals. So we're very proud of it. And she's, of course, you can see how playful is she, yeah? So I hope that we will see also different colors of Bengals. I think Rosa will show you as well another Bengal, so you can see different colors. Yeah.
Thank you, Pau. I think it's she has a beautiful temperament. She is just being on the table and knowing Bengals. When they're playing around like this, it shows that she has a fantastic temperament. And let's see what Rosa has. So, yeah, Rosa, over to you.
Hello. So now I want to introduce you Jumanji. He's one of our kittens from last litter. He is a male and is about 3.5 months ago. And he's 3.5 months old. And he is silver color. Maybe I hope you can see it properly.
So basically what we are trying to do is there are different patterns and different cats which of different age group and sex which we are going to show today. So Rosa, can you please tell me what is the difference between this kitten and the cat that you showed me, showed all of us before? What is the color and pattern? What color and pattern this cat is?
Okay, so this male is silver
Silver.
color. He has a pattern bigger than the one that I showed you before. He has a bigger pattern. He has a very beautiful contrast also for silver. As in age, normally Bengals at this age are a little bit high, but with the time and the develop, when the head become bigger, the air set will set down and everything will look better. What else? Especially, yeah, he have a very good contrast and very good color for a silver cat.
Yeah, it has beautiful contrast, and being a kitten of 3.5 months only, the contrast will increase when the age he grows up. So, Rosa, my question to you is, a lot of people have this doubt that, when they are choosing the cats when they are kittens. Okay. So, for example, if I have to use a cat for my breeding program, so what is something that I have to see in a kitten that, I can say that, this can be a fantastic show cat, or this can be a pet quality, or this can be fit for my breeding program. So what is something that you would see in a kitten?
Okay, so the most important thing is that we have cleared our objective, what we want to achieve in our breed program, what kind of we want to produce. Bengal is a little bit controversial breed, because since the beginning, we can say that there is two ways of understand the breed. One way, some breeder they were all the time focused in the anatomy. Anatomy, they really want their breed look very wild. And there is a new way where other breeders are more focused in the develop of the pattern. Anatomy also important, but they are more focused in develop of the pattern and color. So it's important that we have cleared our objective before we buy our stats. And another thing that I consider very important, there is not a perfect cat. So if we have a female or we have a male, we need to know what is good in this cat and what is bad in this cat. And we need to complement with the proper cat. So this is the most important thing, in my opinion.
So Rosa means to say that while breeding or while running your breeding program, one must know that what you want to achieve. And in the quest of achieving what you want, you have to complement the breeds, because there can be a cat which is fantastic in the pattern, but the head is not beautiful. And there can be a cat which has which has a fantastic head, and the pattern is not that great. So then you can complement this and get a kitten which will have a fantastic pattern as well as a good head. So this is something that Rosa suggests. So I think it's a fantastic tip, Rosa. What else you would like to tell about this particular silver roseted Bengal?
About this boy, okay. I think he have a beautiful pattern. Especially, I love him pattern. He's very equilibrated also. Both sides, they are very equilibrated, very symmetric. He also have a very nice chin. If we see from the profile, this is very important. up and down, they are in the same level. And the chin is quite strong. So this is very important when we choose a kitten. If we look from the front, we can see that this is also very nice. Nice is also quite nice. Eyes are okay, quite big. And profile is also not bad. I think he's a very interesting kitten, in my opinion. Very interesting. He could be a show quality kitten.
Thank you, Rosa. Thank you for your explanation. And Pau is waiting with another cat of him. So let's have Pau. And can you please unmute your audio?
Okay.
Hello again. So here we have. So here we have a female. Yeah. This is a very young female as well, a kitten, and this one has lots of glitter. This is one of the females that we have at the moment that she has more glitter. This one, she is now 3 months and a half. So pretty sure that she will be pretty big, this one. And she has a very nice, very nice pattern as well. So very warm colors with fantastic contrast. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then we are also waiting to see her development. At the moment, she has actually very nice eyes as well, very rounded, and with a very sweet expression. Yeah, as Rosa also mentioned, the ears at the moment seem quite, they look longer or higher than they will be, even though at this stage as a kitten, definitely are not big ears, so they are quite small already. But we have to see her development. Yeah, just as in contrast, for example, with the last cat that I showed you, she will not keep the white-head belly, for example. So she will also be brown here, so she will not have this character. But on the other side, she has a lot of glitter and she has a very nice pattern too. Yeah. So it really depends on also what you are searching in a Bengal and what are your objectives as well at the moment that you're breeding. So trying to reach your own goals that you have to set, and then searching for the characteristics that you might be missing in your program. Yeah.
Yeah. So, Pau, you mentioned about certain disqualification out of deformity that which can result into disqualification on the showground. So,
Right.
when there are some deformities like the kink in tail, you explained it very beautifully in your presentation with an X-ray how the end point is a bit crooked of the tail. So, what should one do? Should they stop breeding this lines immediately by neutering it, or there is a way out of this?
Right. Well, so there is not really much that we can do with the kink. Yeah. So it's something that you cannot do surgery. And then it also depends on the kind of kink. So there are some kinks that might be genetic, while some others that might have happened due to an accident, sometimes even due to stress. Sometimes it's the bone, sometimes it's just the cartilage. So there are many different things that can happen. In case that there is a kink that is actually very obvious and it's pretty big, and it has it since it was born, most probably or the best would be actually to take it out of a breeding program. Yeah. So it really depends on the kink, but honestly, this will also depend on each breeder. Yeah. There are, for example, diseases, genetic diseases that we have in Bengals, such as the PK deficiency, for example, or the PROB, that is that they get blind. Does it mean that we have to stop breeding them? The ones that they carry this disease. This is a recessive trait. Yeah. So they might carry it, so it doesn't show anything, yeah, to the cat, and the cat will live fantastically forever, so it will not have any problem. Should we stop breeding that cat? No, we should not stop breeding that cat. But at the same time, we need to make sure that we test all the cats, so we do not cross two carriers, and then we have the cat's disease. Yeah. So is the kink a recessive trait? We don't know exactly. Yeah. So at the moment that it's very obvious, definitely I would take it out from the breeding program. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks a lot, Paul. And I'll just get Rosa back on the screen.
Hello.
So guys, yeah, please go ahead, Rosa.
Yeah, this is another kitten. He's like 5 months, around 5 months, And I choose him for show you today because he has a very beautiful contrast.
Yeah, you can
If
see
you
that.
can see,
Yes.
very clear background. That is something that we need in our codes. Very clear background. The outline of the rosette is black, and the inner of the rosette is very red. So I think he have a very beautiful color. This is the reason I choose him for show you today.
Yeah.
So
And
it
also
could
the
be
size of the rosettes is fantastic.
Thank you. Thank you, Sakib. So I choose him because I would like to show the color. He's a very beautiful color that we can work to activate it.
Right.
I think you can see properly. Okay. So
yes, pretty nice glitter too.
yeah, he have a very beautiful glitter. It's a pity that today we couldn't have a better camera, so we cannot make better, how you say, like focus. We couldn't prepare it today, but hopefully next time we can do something better with the camera.
Okay.
Because if glitter is very hard to see, and if we try to show you in the laptop camera, it's a little bit hard, I think. I think it's not possible to see.
No, but still the light is bouncing back and we can see the glitter. Not
fantastic.
not as efficiently that we can see in the in your hand, but once you're moving the cat, it's just glittering. So I think our viewers have an idea that how beautiful the cat is.
Fantastic. And as Pau mentioned before, the glitter again is coming from India. It's coming from India, from Tori. So it's something that needs to make Indian people very, very proud. Very proud because all the glitter that we have in Bengal come from Indian cats.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we are, the world knows that we are colorful people and we like glitter. See, our festivals are of colors. We like to wear clothes which are colorful, and our cats are also colorful.
Yes, exactly.
So Pau, we have you on the screen back.
All right. So here we have another kitten. This is a male. He has also a very, very wild type, this one. So I will show you a little bit. And of course, he has a lovely character as well, yeah? Let's see a little bit more. So he has a very, very nice profile. So you can see that he has this rounded forehead, and then it ends up with a very, very, very strong chin. And here we also have some of the spots as well in the legs as well, and here as well, like a spot arrived to the end. Yeah. He has a very nice contrast again, different kind of rosettes than the one we have seen before. So these are smaller. Some of them are clusters. Some of them are closed rosettes. So they are different. Yeah. And he is extremely playful, this male. We can see also a super thick tail. Let's see the thick tail. Yeah. Look at the tail.
Pau, if you have, he is again a fantastic specimen, and I would like you to show our viewers that what the tail end, the end of the tail means in Bengal, because it should not be very narrow. It should be a rounded curve. So can you please show it how the standards demand the tail to be? Your audio is muted. Your audio has got muted.
Sorry. So the tail needs to end up with a black tip first of all. All Bengals need to end up with a black tip. The tail does not need to be very long. Needs to be actually quite thick. So that would be the ideal and the standard. So this tail is actually pretty thick. So, but again, this is something that there is no perfect Bengal. So in this case, for example, this one has a very, very nice tail for me. But of course, there are Bengals and Bengals, and some of them can be very nice as well without having a thick tail.
So I just love the tail because that's the reason I told you to discuss about the tail of this particular kitten.
Right. So this is actually a very, very nice tail. Sometimes they have rosettes as well in the tail. Sometimes they have the spots. Sometimes they actually even have it like crossed as well, like one after the other. So, and everything is accepted, but please to have like the tip of the tail, first of all, not kinked, and then also black,
Yeah.
So this is mostly of the tail. So I'm
And
not.
how the kitten does not need you. He is self-sufficient in playing. So
I
you
think
just give the teaser and he doesn't need you.
I think so. And as you can see as well, he has a very this one very big eyes actually. I don't know if you will see the eyes.
Beautiful.
The eyes to the public. Yeah, these eyes will turn green. Yeah, so the Bengals usually when they are small, they can have blue eyes. They can have also gray eyes that then will turn later on in different colors. Yeah, this one because I know both both parents have a very nice green eyes. I expect as well that that he will turn also the eyes will also turn green.
Oh, wonderful. So thank you, Pau. I think let's get Rosa on screen.
Hi again. So now
Hello.
I want to show you a charcoal cat, charcoal
Yeah,
Bengal cat,
it's a charcoal.
a charcoal. If
Yeah.
you can see the mask. It has a mask here. Charcoal is actually a combination of again called APB and A. And the APB game is coming from the Asian leopard cat. We cannot find it in the domestic cat. Actually, charcoal is not a color, it's a pattern. But it has influence in the color. The cats are black. You can find also snow charcoal and silver charcoal. You can find charcoal in every color that you have in Bengal, like a blue charcoal, but in this case we have like a brown charcoal. He has also a very nice pattern, beautiful eyes, but yeah, especially I choose him today because I want you to see how look a charcoal Bengal cat.
The takeaway, Rosa, is charcoal is not a color; it's a pattern, but it does have influence on other colors, like you beautifully discussed and explained us. And what a beautiful color it is, and what a beautiful specimen of charcoal he is.
Thank you, Sakib. Thank you, Sakib.
I think I can see these cats all day long. This session can go till tomorrow. Let's have Pau, and we have few questions which are lined up. So I would like to take a few questions because our audience are very excited, and
Fantastic.
on the virtue of excitement of of our audience, so I would like to announce something that on 8th of August, which is celebrated as International Cat Day. So FCI last year also celebrated Cat Day in 20 different cities across the country on that particular day. But this year, because of COVID situation, we cannot have an on-ground event. So we are going to have a week for World Cat Day, and there will be lot of events and contest which will be run on virtue of this World Cat Day week. So guys, please stay tuned, and we have something which is very exciting for you. So guys, thank you, Rosa, and thank you, Pau, with all
You're
your patience.
welcome. Thanks to you.
Yeah, and just handling those cats in there, and how quickly you guys change those cats, it's commendable. So let's take one question one by one. So there is this question from Mohammed Ayan. How is grooming Bengal different, and in which ways?
Okay, so grooming Bengal is quite easy, in my opinion. We usually just need to do 2 steps. First step is degrease hair for take out all the oil, and second step is here sample. But sometimes, if we feel like the coat is not soft, because Bengal have to have a very silky coat. So if we feel like the coat is not silky, is not soft, we can give a little bit conditioner.
Yeah.
But it's not a must. Only 2 steps usually. Only 2 steps. Even for show, only 2 steps. Because if we put conditioner, the fur will become a little bit sticky, and we don't need it. We don't need it for the show. We need like the hair is a little bit, how you say? I don't find the proper word, but not sticky.
Yeah. It should not be greased. What do you mean to say?
So, two steps. First step, degrease. Second step, shampoo. And if the condition of the coat is not so good, we can give a little bit conditioner. But usually with 2 steps is enough. Like, you know, in Persian, you have to use many steps. In Bengal, we only need 2 steps.
2 steps, yeah.
Just
And you
2
know
steps,
what
yeah.
you just discussed is a lot of Bengal breeders will follow this thing that they will not use the conditioners very often. Only if the coat demands, and if there is some issue with the coat, then only they will go for conditioners. But degreasing is something that they will use as a must. What would you say about this, Pau?
That's right. So the same as Rosa, actually, we have been preparing cats for show together sometimes. So it's mostly, again, like I am more about 2 steps. So first of all, decreasing. So taking out like all the dirtness or all the grease that the cat may have. And then after that, just put the t-shirt that you prefer in your Bengal. So just trying to find the shampoo that suits best and the shampoo that you feel that it's best for your cat. So each cat is different. Each coat is also different, and sometimes there is one product better than another for that particular cat, and it might change for another kind of cat, or depends on the sensation that you want to give actually to that coat.
Yeah. Thank you. We just go to next question. So Rushali asked a question. She's saying that are Bengal cats hypoallergic?
Okay, this is a very good question, because actually I'm allergic.
You're
allergic to the cat. Yes, I'm allergic to the cat. And when I have other breeds I have many breeds at the house, not many, like a Persian, exotic, and some domestic. Okay. Sometimes when I am close with them, my allergy become a little bit active. So I become itchy, but it's not happening with Bengals. So I will say yes. In my own experience, they are hypoallergenic. Yes, exactly.
Okay. What would you say about this, Pau?
I would say that there are also different kind of allergies or different levels of allergies. Yeah. So,
that's right.
So it mostly depends on the level of allergies. But in case that's someone that just enters to a house that there has been a cat, and then they already get like a sneeze, they start sneezing, and they get like all the running nose and everything. I would not recommend them to have a Bengal at home as well as a pet. Yeah. In case that is just a small allergy you start sneezing or you start having a running nose once you have been handling a cat for a long time, then maybe yes, a Bengal could be a good breed for you.
Yeah. And even their saliva, the saliva of Bengal will lack certain proteins, so that would reduce the allergy, and also their they lack dander. Okay, so when they lack dander, so it automatically reduces the allergy and the amount of allergy which is there. So as Rosa beautifully explained and Pau explained that if Rosa is going around with cats, and if she is allergic to cats, so obviously those cats are hypoallergic. Yeah. There is next question from Sindhu. She asked that can you explain more about a melanistic black Bengal?
Okay, so a melanistic black Bengal is a Bengal that looks black with a ghost marking, and it is a combination between two small a in the pattern. So actually it's same, it is a pattern. It's a pattern that has influence in the coat, but it's not a color actually.
Okay.
Maybe Pau can explain a little bit better?
Sure. So these are the genes implied, yeah, in that color. So as Rosa well explained, there is the agouti gene called agouti gene, yeah, that we have in Bengals, three different kind of genes, yeah, the capital A, the APB, and the small a. Yeah? So depending on the combination of these genes, we will have different kind of patterns that actually shows as a color. That would be the melanistic or black, would be the charcoal, yeah, or would be just what we see as a normal Bengal, yeah. And the combination of the two small A's is what it actually produces the melanistic one, yeah.
I think this gives food for thought that we should do a session about Bengal genetics. All those different patterns and how you can work around with it. So
Definitely.
that's something that we should do in future. So
Sure.
there was one more question which says that I'm just not getting it, but there was this question which asked that what are different health problems with Bengals?
Right. Rosa, would you like to start with this?
Sorry, I couldn't hear properly the question.
Sorry.
I got the question. It
Health
was
problem.
Gary Sandhu. Yeah. What are the health problems with Bengal?
Okay, so health problem. Usually, genetic problem we have two. Pair of beef is affect to the eyes, and PKD that affect to the kidney. So it's very important when we breed that we make sure that the cat that we get, they are not positive. They are not positive in these two sickness.
Okay.
They could be carrier. They could be carrier. But if we breed a carrier with a non-carrier, then we have to test again the kids, the babies that could be used for breed again. So
Okay.
we can breed carriers, we can breed them, but we need to test all the babies, all the kittens.
All the kittens needs to be tested.
Yeah, if we breed with carriers, but of course will be easier and better to breed with no carriers.
Yeah. I think Pau discussed about this, saying that they can be in the recessive mode. So when they are in the recessive mode, the cat can very well live the entire life fantastically, and they will not be affected with it. But
Yes.
just to make sure that they are not there on the active mode, you have to be you have to verify by taking tests, the necessary tests with your vet. Pau, would you like to tell something more about this? More on this?
Hmm.
That's right. Well, you're very right, and I think that you have explained most of it. Bengals, yeah, like in terms of health, it's like all any other breed, honestly. But they just got these three genetic diseases. Two of them, that is the PK deficiency, and probably that are recessive. So thankfully that they are recessive. They mostly actually come from the Abyssinian and other breeds that were used as well in the foundation of the Bengal breed. And then there is the HCM as well. Yeah, this is a cardiopathology, so that the heart actually doesn't function well. It gets like thicker and thicker, and sometimes can make the Bengal also die much earlier than we would expect. And this actually, there are no genetic tests yet in Bengal to identify what Bengals are carriers or not. So this is something that we definitely, and I think I encourage actually all Bengal breeders to go to the cardiologist or to the vet and take their cats and actually check for HCM, because this can happen once once the cat is just like 1 year, or sometimes it develops when they are 8, 9 months old. And because we don't know too much about this disease and cannot be checked, in case that we know that a cat has HCM, should definitely like be taken out of a breeding program and actually check all the litters that they may have had actually during the past years. So this is quite important.
That's fantastic information. And would you like to comment, Pau, at what age one must check for this heart disease?
Right. Well, for the heart disease, actually, it can be checked already. I would say that the first year, once they are 1 year, I would definitely go and make the first check. Yeah. Some breeders recommend actually to have every year to test all your cats, because this is something that it can develop later on. So that it is negative or that it doesn't have any problem today, it doesn't mean that next year will be also the same.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. But so now there is a funny comment again by Sindhu. She's saying that now I'm confused whether I own a melanistic or a charcoal. Can you
All
please
right.
help her remove the confusion about what a melanistic is and what a charcoal is?
So a melanistic is a solid cat It's a solid cat, so it will look totally black, full black.
Yeah,
Full
a
black.
solid black.
Only
Yes.
black. You will
Full
see
black.
like a ghost marking like rosette, but like very diffuse, very diffuse.
Yes.
But in a charcoal, you will see a proper pattern, and you will see the mask in the face like a Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a Batman, and normally they have also a cape in all the. Where is my cat? I would like to say it's not here
Yeah, just
anymore.
show your charcoal. You had a fantastic charcoal. If you can just get the charcoal on the table.
Yes, 1 minute. I'm giving you charcoal.
So exactly as Rosa has explained, I would ask back like, how does your cat look like? Does it look just only one color? It could be also like absolutely brown, for example, totally brown, or smoky. That could be, for example, a solid sepia. Yeah. But if it's absolutely black, should be a melanistic. Yeah. Well, if you can see the pattern, you can see also the belly. That is also spotted, the belly. And you see actually here this mask, so you can see actually in the face that it's just not only black, it has also other colors, yeah, a bit of whitish or a little brownish. So you can see as well usually these two lines that they have Bengals here as well in the face. So can you see all these, like just at the first sight? In case you can see it, it should be a charcoal, not a melanistic.
And I think I would like to thank Sindhu that because of this question, it has cleared doubts of many viewers who are watching this session at the moment. So, for the matter of the fact, I have happened to see the picture of this cat, and just for information to Sindhu, that it's not a melanistic; it's a charcoal cat. What she has.
All right. All right.
So, do we have the charcoal?
One is coming. 1 minute. It's went back to their room and it's coming again.
I know you have a big house and a big cattery.
We wait you here, Saki, after COVID, yeah? Come to visit.
Yeah. It will be my pleasure. So
maybe we can continue to the next question, and when I have the cat, I will explain to her.
yeah, I think a lot of questions were already explained during the seminar or during the presentation of the coloration and marking and the patterns. So yeah, so this is a charcoal, if I'm not wrong.
Yes. So if you see, it has like a mask here. You can see the black line coming in the nose and down the eyes, like a Batman.
Yeah, like a Batman.
Like a Batman. And the other thing I was talking about was the cape. The cape is this black line.
Yeah.
There is a black line here. 1 minute, I try to. Okay.
Yeah.
You see, there is a black line. Bentar saya. Okay. It's a little bit difficult to say.
Yeah, he's a good warrior. Good warriors don't show their back.
There is a black line all around here. That it means that it is a charcoal. So it has a black line. It's called cap, and the mask, the black mask, it will be a charcoal. But if the cat is totally black, full black, it will be a melanistic or solid.
Okay.
Huh?
And just to go one step ahead, Rosa, if may I ask you that what is the difference between a rosetted or a brown rosette cat, or maybe a rosettes with some different color, and a charcoal cat?
Okay. In charcoal cat, in my opinion, it's more difficult to achieve the three colors. Normally, they have the background, and the rosette is like spots. They could be bigger or smaller. But what I see in the last year and in the development of the breed, they start to burn some charcoal that have a little bit different inside the inner with the outline of the rosette. It is happening, but we cannot see it very frequently. Normally, they are like more like single spotted, sometimes small, sometimes big.
Yeah.
So the brown,
there is a contrast, but the rosette would be one single color. Whereas in
yes.
brown rosetted, the internal proportion of the rosette could be a reddish. Again, back to the contrast. So, Pau, would you
Yes.
like to explain this in a better way?
That you have explained it very well. Yeah. Charcoal, yes, we can see usually it's mostly two colors. Yeah. And actually, this charcoal that Rosa showed, it's a very, very good example and a very, very nice cat. A very nice. It has a lovely pattern and a lovely color. So you can see the cape because some of the charcoals as well, like you have different kind of charcoals. Yeah. It depends on how strong is the gene as well. You will see like some of them with a super clear mask, some of them less clear marks, some of them are darker, some of them are a bit less dark. Yeah, and this one was, I think, a very nice example.
I want to show you. This is a baby, and it is a snow charcoal.
It's a snow charcoal.
A snow charcoal.
Yeah.
It's a little bit scary.
1 second. I'm just removing both of us so that you know.
Can you see it properly? Okay, so you can see the mask.
Yeah, we can see the mark
Yes.
of the mask and also the beautiful blue eyes that this kitten has.
And at this moment, he's fuzzy. Fuzzy, like you can see. The hair is a little bit long, and maybe Pau who will explain better what is the fuzzy stage of in the kitten, in the Bengal kitten. I think this is
Right.
something very important to know.
Yes, I think it's very important, and mostly when we see actually Bengal kittens at the beginning, yeah, they will send us photos or videos, and we will say, "Oh, but this pattern doesn't look nice, or it looks kind of blurred. They have actually even long hair." Yeah. So this is something that it also happens in the big cats with the cubs. Yeah, the kittens of lions or kittens of cheetahs, for example. They have this fuzzy stage that it's mostly for camouflage. Yeah. So we will see these cats with like kind of long hair, and we cannot see the pattern very well, and it's actually difficult to see through. And once they are around 3 months and a bit more, they will start actually showing the real colors. These fuzzy states will start going on, and the Bengal actually will all the nice pattern will come. Yeah.
So this is a clear example of the fuzzy stage when you cannot see properly the rosette and everything look a little bit mixed. So if this with the time it will develop in nice rosette, in nice contrast. But at the moment she's at the fuzzy stage. Thank you.
Very well explained, Pau. Very well explained, Rosa. And thank you for all the patience that you had and showing your cat. And it was a fantastic explanation. I think a lot of people who have doubts can go back and see this video and also share with different friends and on different platform. And this is going to embed a lot of knowledge about color patterns and breed standards and anatomy, which is required for a Bengal, and also the disqualifications that you talked about, also the health issues that you talked about. So it was a fantastic session. So I would like to thank both of you from whole India, so that you guys did all this explanation, all the presentation, and it hats off to your efforts. So thank you, Rosa. Thank you, Pau.
Thank you very much, Theo.
Sakib, and all the Felis Club of India. Hello to everybody.
Yes. Thank you very much for the Feline Club of India to invite us and give us the opportunity as well to give a bit more of information about the breed.
Yeah, and I'm sure that our people will thank you, and they are thanking you on the post. That this is certainly going to empower the breeders and their understanding towards how one should see towards a breed and color patterns, and how you should plan your breeding program. So thank you once again. So guys, as we discussed, we are having this World Cat Week, which World Cat Day, International Cat Day Week, which is coming down before 8th of August, and it's going to be an exciting event. And we have also have a very, very, very exciting webinar, which will be hosted on that particular day. All those details will be shared to you on FCI's Facebook page. And do share this video with all your friends and family, so that they will also improve their learning. Remember, sharing is caring. Thank you once again, Pau, and thank you once again, Rosa.
Thanks to you.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye from Feline Club of
Hello.
India. Thank you, viewers, for joining. Thank you.
Thanks.